is a lot of ground team fight, right? Tombstone, we own this area. Dawnbreaker ult, we own this area. Brambles, we own this area. One of the things about Dazzle is that he has this new trick up his sleeve in the ultimate, where he's able to get his ghost out. But if you're initiating on him,
that's
you're
not
in
right.
that area.
It's not a ghost.
Dazzling death.
Okay.
Terminology correct, Austin. It's projection.
Projection,
Not a ghost.
It's astral spirit.
Yes, it's a spiritual.
I understand as an Elder Titan player, that's why you're so defensive about this.
Let's respect the terminology.
Okay.
I think it's maybe a tough Dazzle game because of the core matchups. Dazzle doesn't generally perform well against high mobility heroes. He can go in and out of fights. He generally doesn't perform well against sustain. It can be another issue for this hero if you just match him, and then he doesn't deal real damage. He deals like attrition damage over the course of fights as a core. But you have a little sustain with Dawnbreaker plus the 9. You have some mobility with Queen and Weaver. I think on paper, it's kind of a tough core Dazzle game. Of course, if the lane goes really well for him, which it can with this Marcy Dazzle versus Undyne, I could maybe see you kill this Undyne once or twice. You can never catch Malady on the side with a poison touch and run him down. It can be a tough matchup for the Undyne lane-wise. That's where Mio can find the mark in this game. That's what I'm looking at. Otherwise, you're getting some tough core matchups on paper and some heroes that might just be able to run you down in the fight. Set up the Tombstone, Tombstone AoE control, Sonic Wave, heal somebody else, someone's caught a Bramble Terrorize, it gets a little murky. Only throw out one save, you maybe have to use it on yourself. That said, this was where I was talking about the adjustments that the team can make in a series like this against Game, and they went way faster this game. Initially for Pure, he was on a significantly faster carry. In fact, I don't think you can upgrade the pace much more than this from PL to Furion. I feel like that's from the slowest carry of the patch, the fastest carry.
For sure.
I mean, maybe within the top 3 or bottom 3, whatever, but a drastic jump in pace.
Is there a slower hero than PL? In the meta?
I'm hesitant to say he's the slowest, is because I think in theory that hero can play faster.
Sure, in good PL games, you can be more active. If you're trying to be more active, but it wasn't a good PL game.
Exactly.
Tombstone's gonna be drop blood grenade, running out of Miro, and a bad start for BB team. On the other side, okay, maybe a decent start. Oh, alright, things are a little bit more even. Fizz does not die, and they do manage to get the kill against Game and Gladiators. The sad part is BB team do not get the first blood.
Yeah, I would have liked it up here on top. Nonetheless, bringing down Dawnbreaker at level 2 is not an easy task to outtrade that hero. I'll get the job done. Pure goes to base and comes back. He's kind of lingering on this lane.
Katomi, Snowball. Taking the run for it.
Dangerous to hang around this lane at low HP. Dawnbreaker can all in you. Especially with some Shadow Realm follow-up. A lot of early damage. See if they can get the all-in on the Furion. Interested in this mid lane as well. The Queen versus the Kunkka. I think we've talked about this matchup. How it looks in the new patch. The Queen coming back.
Yep.
Seems to be a really good matchup for the Kunkka. I think it is swung a little out of his favor, but I do think Quinn is putting in some work here. He has won the region battle considerably.
For sure.
And that
is he's doing all right in CS. The CS chart makes it look like he's doing okay, but the dagger is beginning to build up. GPK is either going to die or he's going to start missing out on some CS.
The Quinn of Pain. Feared by many foes, some Gaming fans.
Tofu blocked in on Sprout. Decent damage. Snowball through with the tag team. They might be able to finish him off. Oh, Starbreaker. That doesn't really land too much there. And Ace might even die here. They're going to chase him down underneath the tower. Meanwhile, double kill for Malady on the other side. They don't get the kill on Ace. It was almost a double for a double.
This Dazzle Marcy lane is not working out.
No.
The issue is this lane, you throw Swarm in plus Tombstone, you can't take care of everything, right? It's too much to auto attack down. This lane combination is pretty nasty when you go up against the lane that has to try and all in you.
Yeah, by the time you have done the attack to kill the bug, you've ramped up like 3 zombies on it.
This is the situation that they wanted to end up in more. They're barely going to eke out a win trade here.
Oh, we got the deny, Watson. Well played.
Never mind. I did get nothing off that, but that is the type of scenario you wanted to get, which is an isolated Undyne. You can run now with Poison Touch. That's where you win this lane. Getting stuck in the head-up trades, you were never going to win that battle against the K Tombstone plus Geminate hits going in on Swarm.
Especially if you're getting multiple double decay shots like Malady was doing very early on in the lane. To separate Tofu and Ace a little bit, Bramble is going to be able to catch the toss. That's big. Starbreaker lands on Katelmi. Katelmi's low, but they're going to finish off Ace first. Now Katelmi, wait, whoa. Okay, Pierce just... I don't know what that was, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did Pure think he was in trouble, like he was going to be targeted, and he was like, okay, I'm going back to base, and then I'll TP back in?
He was not going to base, though.
Where was he going?
He was TPing mid. That's the part I don't understand. I was thinking maybe like GPK said, hey, this queen blinked aggressively and killed, but Quinn had everything up. I really don't. Maybe it was just one of those like BM
it's the
TP
ultimate
in your
mind
faces.
games, yeah, maybe.
Just causing confusion, you know? He's sowing chaos across the map.
It's stemming off your conversation with Seb in the green room.
He's like, he's saying, you know, I'm TPing out from top, but at the same time, I'm faking the TP mid. Quinn's worried. They're not sure what's happening top. No, I don't even know what's happening.
Quinn's frantically, what's going on? I'm being teleported on, guys. What's going on? Am I being ganked? So their support's coming too?
It's mental warfare right there.
Sowing chaos within the enemy ranks. But instead, it is GPK who is getting the rotation. He has actually been telling Tofu here for this play.
That was an early shadow round. Getting a lot of damage here.
Fighting into Quinn, who has his Sonic Wave ready to go. Snowball's going to pick up some of the damage there for Save. Tofu gets on another shadow realm. He's going to TP out. No angry damage is going to stop him here. They'll deal with the Tombstone, picked that one up, but it is still a power rune for Quinn, so it is a trade-off, and he denied the Tombstone? Ooh, that feels really bad, especially if Miro, I mean, he's left alone in this bottom lane. Wow! Nasty move from Miro, as it looked like he was gonna die, but caught him slipping on the crease lane. Meanwhile, X back onto Quinn, tosses him back, but he gets the blink away still.
Oh, you have like almost full wand charge on that Weaver.
Oh no, that makes it so much worse.
Yeah, that's a brutal death for Watson. It's so much lane advantage down there, and it's all thrown away. Moving towards Ace again. This would be a third death for the Dawnbreaker in the laning phase. That is crazy. To extract this much value from the Dawnbreaker. Yeah, that's a safe lane. Not an easy task. They're making it look easy right now. This is going to be a big boost for Pure. That pushes the Dazzle straight back up. Great lane position on his bottom with that solo kill. Team striking back, and this is the adjustment of pace and early game aggression that I like when I see out from this team. It makes them a formidable force to draft against, and it makes it hard to just clean sweep this team in a series. I think it's very rare we see them get swept in anything. Like maybe they lose series, maybe they lose finals or something, but they almost always win a game out of it. They can almost always swing in maybe towards your favor a little bit and learn from one that's not right. Striking back here.
Now they'll turn their attention to Malady, who, with that Wrath of Nature. Talk about a lot of stun loss damage. I mean, Wrath of Nature gets early on into the game.
Oh, they're just demolishing him in these skirmishes. Yeah, they're just powering through this undying. It's a tombstone that stays up for a pretty decent amount of time.
Careful though, Malady's back in play here. They looks like they got GPK off of Watson's play. Could not save Tofu though.
What a rotation from Watson. Try and even out what was happening, because this was just turning into a stomp around these early fights. He will even that out in a big way. Collects a big core kill. A lot of extra XP for this Weaver that needs it.
I think we've seen the growth of both Game of Gladiators with Watson. You talked about how they slowed down a little bit for Watson, but I also think similarly, Watson is sped up sometimes for Game of Gladiators. That rotation in mid lane, great example of that. Blood grenade on two though. Tofu, he's going to collect the double gear off the Shadow Realm hit.
It's a
that
really
one,
fast-paced
and maybe
game.
they get Pure as well. Threatening to terrorize, making sure he's going to be running back into the open arms of Quinn and Tofu. Dominating streak.
Just don't stop here. I mean, what a sequence for Tofu. He was having a little bit of a rough game. He'll just collect 3 quick kills there. Get turn charges, pushes him up to level 7. His game is at this point.
Did he start that fight 5 and then get a kill and get 6 off of it? Or is he already 6? He's almost level 7.
I don't think he was 6 when he TP'd in there. He was very close. A lot of fast turnarounds happening in this early game. Gotta be on point. We're going to build the lead here. Team can keep using this Save Marcy, which can't page out of Boxy's book. Then this pick me up to good effect in this early game. A very strong facet. You can get it going.
I just don't think it's Save's kind of hero, to be honest. I think Save is usually, I don't want to like pigeonhole him too much, but I feel like it's the ranged that are usually what he shot. Shadow Shaman, where's really good where right?
I would agree, but I think he can play pretty much anything.
Dazzle. And he might be able to get the kill on Malady. Malady is going to die. But obviously trade-off well worth it for Game of Gladiators. BB team do not want to be trading core for support.
Especially when you can contribute this rapid nature.
Sonic Wave goes down. Ace though, Starbreaker, trying to run for it. Now, damage is still there. TP out. Oh, good TP from Pure. Great read of the situation. Teleport into a bit of a sticky spot there. Gaming Gladiators do not manage to finish him off.
Ace's woes continue. Yes. As Pure having a comeback game here. 4-1 and 5-star for this Furion. He's been involved in everything. The Wraths have been great. Early Maelstrom's going to amp up the damage even more. This is a scary multiplier in these fights for BB team. Game and half to continue to match it. It's so tough going in these fights where if the Weaver joins, you have some confidence to match what that Furion can do, but if Watson doesn't join, you're going to be outnumbered. You're going to be outdamaged. And we're seeing how tough this fight, these late portions of the fights are to convert for games. Like when you go in after the tombstone drop, maybe it gets killed, maybe it gets kited out. Once you use your Sonic Wave, once you use your Solar Guardian, not a lot left in the tank if the Weaver doesn't join you and pushes you over that edge.
Yeah, it's a hard situation for Gaming Gladiators to play clearly because it was hard enough for you to be able to say.
That's right. I really stumbled over that one, Austin.
Son Watson. From the poison. Malady. Oh no, he's not TP. He's stuck. I really got TP.
I bet you
available.
Watson had friends to back him up there as he stumbled a little bit.
Hey, don't worry. Watson's got Malady and you've got me.
Do I though?
We're both gonna sync together.
Do I?
Apparently.
It doesn't feel like I do. It feels like I'm all alone. I'm sure Malady felt like he was all alone. Just a poor undying.
Good. BB team, not up 1K, now up 2K, thanks to finding 3 bounty runes. Apparently all the bounty runes, Gaming Gladiators were just hoarding them on their side of the net. It's gonna hit both of them.
Yeah.
Save has turned 1 death to 2 with
Oh,
that little play.
don't mind me.
That's a rough
Just
one.
a wee
Going through the
fairy
brambles
going
there.
about her
Quinn
business.
happily collects, didn't even need to use his amp damage. As the swings into this game continue.
They do, they do.
Feels like every time I look at this net worth chart, it's pulling ahead. That is the way of the Furion.
Yes.
Let's call it what it is. You know, old inflationary hero. Like even the Kunkka's in a really solid spot here.
The Solar Guardian is trying to help out Quinn. This time Quinn survives. Half HP, still can fight. Sonic Wave though. Dead. Puts damage on the mid tower. Hudson will chase away Miro from the tower. Says, I'm having her off game, Quinn. I'm going to take this last hit. You don't mind?
Quinn would have liked more out of this amp damage, but you do have to respect the fact you have limited stuns with this lineup, limited catch around that tombstone. If BB team want to kite you out like we saw there, they don't have to force the engagement, and your only catch at that point is Bramble or Terrorize. So
yeah.
The fights are not always going to be up to you in the early game of your game, unless you just want to get really aggressive. Hard on the Willow, and that's a freebie, man.
Yeah, that was
physical.
Surprising how easy it was, considering he had Shadow Realm up.
Forget about that weave. Weave plus some
Stacks
physical up from the tag team. You always have that rapid nature bounce through. There's a lot of surprising bursts from this lineup when you just run in aggressive like this. And I think it's part of the reason we've seen Gaiman kind of not try and get on BB team's side of the map too much. I mean, part of it was it's not been going perfectly on cue for them.
Apparently BB team were also hoarding bounty rooms.
What is
Not a triple.
Triple bounty nonsense.
But he wants to move to this awkward part of the map, I guess.
I mean, it shows you just how fast this game was. They were just constantly fighting. No one's been AFK farming jungle. That's amazing. I'm all for it.
You've had 28 kills in 14.5 minutes in.
Whew. I kind of Dota right there.
A world record for other games. 15-minute win. Looking for more action. Katomi.
I mean, now that I think about 13 to 15 at 15 minutes. In certain matches, like if this were a Falcons Kunkka game, that would be the number of stacks for each team.
That's true.
That's true. The score would be like 2 to 4, but we would have had 13 stacks
attack.
against 15 stacks.
Once again, in some trouble. The finish bomb, but the Sprout in from Pure and one final damage. Rover's killing blow. And the Pure is almost dead. Watson will be able to finish him off. Turns the save, gets that kill. Tofu using Shadow Ball into chase after Miro. GPK can't help him. He's low. Watson almost getting caught by Shadow Wave heals once again. Now they surrounded Miro. Will finish him off. A triple kill and a team wipe against BB Team. Game of Gladiators may have broken this game open a little bit.
That is a huge fight to win in a game like this. It just felt so scrappy. You're trying to get a foothold on it. Huge mental break for you to gain some momentum. And right as the Dazzle finished his Ags, not an easy team fight to win, but the fact you get on the Furion early, you can only stall this death for Pure by so much. It's just a mix of everybody in.
Essence Ring making a huge difference here. The fact that Pure has to make the extra commitment to finish off Quinn. But they're both gonna die. Both supports are gone. BB Team trying to keep their cores up. Gaming Gladiators will not go for the dive. Gotta be careful with that against them. From Tofu into the stun. The Kunkka goes straight for Miro's Dazzle. He wants to use it as one Sonic Wave immediately goes out. Meanwhile, Pure had to teleport away. Tofu is going to go down though. And Miro is still decently healthy. Game of Gladiators are telling him to break these cores underneath the tower. And now, yeah, Pure, he's back into play. Catches Quinn. Quinn's going to blink. BBC might not be able to collect more kills out of this, but they will at least keep their cores alive and chase Game of Gladiators out of here.
To get the power last hit for Watson, though, this Weaver has collected a lot of net worth here in the last 2 minutes as Nesso is flying out. That is going to ramp the damage considerably. As Pure is the only one these carries really want to win these next fights. Big damage upgrades. You're just missing the supports of that engagement. If you're dying earlier, can't get back to that fight, there's a majority of your lockdown with this Marcy Tusk. It's important to keep them alive here. These fights going favorably for you. Demon, they strike back hard in this game. Team fight wins, especially for Hades, man. I mean, you gotta remember, this Dawnbreaker was last in the game. Now he's there with the Kunkka.
He is 500 ahead of the Dazzle.
It's a lot of utility he's going to offer in this game. Winning with the Bladzor plus the Ags, a lot of heal, potential chain stun, also the catch from the Dark Willow, which could be really nice in this game.
This new Ags is pretty nasty, and I feel like Queen of Pain is maybe the perfect hero to make use of it. Now that everybody's going for this plate mail build with the facet that she has, she gives you the mobility for a really good ultimate. And then the sustain just makes this hero a monster. Like, how do you turn around and hit the Quap knowing that she's got Essence Ring, that she's going to be getting a bunch of heals out the Dawnbreaker ultimate, that you're going to get stunned near instantly when you jump onto the Quap from that Starbreaker, that Dawnbreaker ult?
You have to just insta-burst it with all your overwhelming physical. It's kind of the only way. Or you fade out spells from game and reset and then re-engage with a boat for the second half of the fight, something like this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess there is still the... You are jumping into... Oh, this Sage is going to jump right into the pit, but it's going to be the one dying out of the pit. Perhaps for his ally to finish him off, but it does leave him dead. And he's not dead. He finishes himself a little bit thanks to the Dazzle, but yeah, it's still going to be too that final hit, he finished him off. Hero on one side, Hero on the other. Two minutes. time to hitting, and nature's property doesn't even sit out of the fight exactly because he's going to teleport back into play. They get home, and now it's BB team who nearly wiped Gaming Gladiators from Watson's Weaver, but they got everybody else.
Here's using the team. A lot of damage, resetting, coming back in, and that's that re-engage that works. Sprout was not helping the mobility there, but that is a massive Aegis to snag. And honestly, the initial go from Save looks bad. It ends up working because the Great keeps him alive long enough to kill the Tombstone. To make back to that fight, suddenly take this fight without the Tombstone. That's a big AoE control spell for Gaming that's out the window right off the bat. You have to evacuate the Roche Pit because it wasn't low enough and they didn't commit for it. Kind of reset a lot of Gaming's momentum in that fight. Man, what an Aegis for Pure to get in this game. Probably not one he expected. Get that easily. Now he is wickedly strong. I mean, this is a Furion who's suddenly 3K ahead of this Weaver. Has 2 lives to play with.
It's going to be close. They're both going to get low, but as it dies, BB team is close by. Snowball out after Malady, so Malady's certainly dead. Watson hiding in the corner, teleports away. They try and find it with the dust. They spot him, but it's too late for GPK to get there with an X or a Torrent.
Nice attempt on the Hurricane Pike for the Kunkka to get in range for that X, but nice hiding, better hiding spot. Watson. Yeah, for Ace. I'd like to combine that with an Aegis on Weaver, so you can play more of these fights.
Trying to protect their Wisdom Shrine here. Watson doesn't want to give it up, but the 2 supports up and there for Solar Guardian. There goes Brambles. They catch the Sage. Now Sage has the shot frame on him, and they're going to die. The supports for free. Pure, he knows how strong he is. Melting supports and cores alike now.
He's starting to take this map over. Beat up that Aegis was such a big blow because Sphere adds a class game like hero, and now he has so many lives to play aggressively with.
They're struggling to be able to get these hero kills fast enough. Trying to guarantee the low comes in, yeah, the heals come in, Shaw Grave goes off.
These heroes are not squishy anymore. Solar Crest, Essence Ring on save, Essence Ring plus the Soul Booster going into that Octarine for Miro. This dazzles up 2,500 HP. You have Boat Rum across all these heroes. Of course, you have that Blink Snowball save if you really need a bailout.
Yeah.
The lack of control is going to start to hurt Game in here. This is entering a mid-game where you have ability heroes of your own. How do you lock these heroes down so the damage stops coming out from the Fear and stops coming out from the Dazzle? Husky isn't just hitting you with punch plus tag team.
You don't have enough control, you don't have the burst damage. Team Gladiators are going to have to gear up for longer team fights. Means they're probably going to have to for When protected by the Terrorize, but BB team doing a good job of chaining up some disables. Still gets away though.
Damage on Pure right now, you gotta watch out. It's expiring, he'll get some damage on the tower.
That was an important Terrorize there from Tofu, because yeah, Pure would have destroyed Quinn.
He hit the BKB on Watson to fight here.
Dire structure.
That's more sustained.
Interrupts the Solar Guardian. Second charge time is too much. The Gladiators, they're going to hit a good Sonic Wave, but Zay pops himself out of here. Dazzle's protecting them, getting some good heals. BB team, they're able to reset without any loss.
Just sit there, it never goes. The guy don't care. Just care, you can go on it with the 2 eyes plus all the sustain behind him, the bubble run, the soul. A little bodyguard to throw in there. Yeah, that's right now. Already level 18, he has fully pulled ahead in this game. This hero's terrifying. 10, 2, and 11. He controls the map, he controls the objectives, he controls the damage. BKB done for Pure as well. Items are flowing in right now for BB Team as they have gained a lot of momentum in this game too. Damon on the back foot. I'll take some defensive fights. Positions is going to be one of them.
Ace, nowhere to run. Still support for core. Still not going well for Gaming Gladiators. Trying to go out to Pure, but his Aegis was expiring in 20 seconds.
Sonic, by your
important. Got that one extra.
Note that down,
stat.
Radiant's middle
Freeze up slot for a branch.
Radiant's
That branch stays in the upcoming fight.
The most pivotal branch of all Dota's history. Now, Pure is a as well, so he's not too scared about the core. The physical damage from Weaver was a little intimidating.
Think time, he's not solo threatening. Try and walk it off.
Looks up to teleport out. Sword Guardian to be able to stop the teleport play from here. Smart call there. In Gladiators, he managed to wear through BB team to finally pick up a kill. Just one kill, though. Not really enough to change the game, I would say, but they do have the BKB on Watson. Maybe that's where Gaming Gladiators' confidence comes into play.
He needs more damage, though. You can pick up the damage scale later in this game with the Queen of Pain, but the Queen's a little behind right now, so Weaver has to do the brunt of the heavy lift.
Are you saying he needs like a more dramatic item than Hurricane Pike? He needs to go Crystallis, Stateless early on?
I'm not sure. I don't think I like the Hurricane Pike, if you're honestly. I don't think there's enough utility value in this game. I understand you want it for the Sprout. You want to get rid of this Quelling Blade eventually. Yeah, that's the issue.
GPK. He used BKB earlier, so he's going to stop here unless he can get bailed. That's what I say. Pick me up and take me away. GPK bailed out, and now maybe Chris wanted to die. It falls as well. There's just an absolute monster.
I mean, Pure save is much doing the work as he is here. This Marcy just laying into everybody. No one wants to man fight him on the front line. Right click, so Pure giving him the backup. He is starting to build the DPS now. Look at the damage there. 2,000 damage out from this Marcy.
Nasty stuff.
Significant. And it's a support who just run around with Solar Crest.
Yeah. Diving into the tier 3. What a move. That was really cool looking.
Clean.
Pick me up through. Tag team as you're getting the punches in. And then you just snowball out.
I will say this is one of the more effective support moves I've seen, where they're 6 and 15. It does not feel like they have 15 destinies.
Too much burst damage. He's gonna die for it as well because that's just crumbling. I mean, I'm not sure if there's been a fight. Gladiators outside the one I guess where they wiped BB team. Has there been a fight?
Incredibly rough. He's 1-10. That's insane. I've seen an Ace game where he's fed that much.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a third of BB team's kills almost.
Probably has to go back to the Danish Bear. Last time he went 1-10.
I don't think he wants to go back to the Danish Bears. I think he was quite happy with
28 minute. That means Wisdom Shrine will be taken by BB team as they take the tier 2 at the same time. Satanic. Ethereon. This guy's untouchable. BKB, Satanic. I don't really care what items the Weaver's gonna get. It won't be enough. Watson. Ops BKB here. He's gonna have to pop his ult, but he's still kind of stuck in this area. Tries to kill Katomi real quick, but Yule's dodge goes back for that hit. No, not enough damage.
I'm looking for him still.
Oh, got him on the stun.
Very nice.
Save there. Once again, I mean, this guy has had just great presence around the map. His timing on the saves have been fantastic, and it is put BB team in a position to win this series up. 14,000, 29 minutes.
This is how I prefer this team to play, honestly. I'm surprised they don't just do it more from the get-go in these series. It's like they always have a slow game, and then they're like, all right, no messing around. Now we're going to take the fight to you. I think they always just a better playing style. I feel like they are a team that needs to farm. Take the aggression to you. They can farm you plus the map. And I think that, to me, that's pure strengths. I think pure is a carry that shines.
Yes.
When he has active fights he can connect to happening all the time, and he's on a carry that always has the option to join those. Doesn't mean he has to, but can, right?
I feel like last year was his best performance I've ever seen from him, and that was how Tundra played to a T, right? They enabled Pure's
constant initiations from the supports. They're setting the fights up for him. He's coming in with a hybrid carry hero, you know, the carry Dawnbreaker, the Pudge, the Leshrac, the Furion in this instance, the TA. These heroes that get really active early and still scale really well. There's these hybrid 1-2 type heroes, not these true hard carries like the Phantom Lancer. Maybe the Phantom Lancer game, he was trying to also play that style with that hero. You know, I'll give credit where it's due. I think it can work like that.
At this point, maybe team is far enough ahead, they can ensure the kill.
They're just running him down at this point. There's nobody who can frontline on this gaming lineup.
No.
You just melt too fast to the overwhelming physical between March, Tusk, and a Dazzle powering it all up. It's a nasty amount of physical burst. Get the armor on fast enough. Like, we're seeing naked plate mail on this Queen Pain. It's just not enough right now. Rather have that than the extra heal. Into the
goes on. I mean, they can maybe get there fast enough for Quinn to jump in and Solar Guardian. But to take them out quickly, and they don't. And he just picked up from here. That's it. Berkey fight into the done with the Sonic Wave over the top of that. Still though, they keep paying for the kill. Gets him out of the pit. Allows him to be able to reset. Walks in someone. Oh, you thought you were going to get me. You can't even get the agents out of him. Oh, and the wrath of nature, defying Quinn. He'll stick on top of Tofu. Tofu does have to go Scepter, so never mind. There's a Yule Scepter to stop his TP. There's another Yule Scepter to stop whoever else left he has.
You're a trusty mate. You're a trusty mate.
Triple kill for Pure, beyond godlike on this Nature's Prophet. He has got hell of a clinic. He's
beyond godlike this game, that's for sure. Yeah, 18, 2, and 15. That is a KDA to boost up your fantasy points.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So I give a lot of credit to Save in this game. I think these fights together. Honestly, it's a broken facet. I think maybe the Marzi is not any broken thing itself, but that much, but you see heroes like it's like Save for Fox and uses facet, it just looks so like it's so powerful the way you can do it in terms of the save, like it's on top on the Kunkka or the aggressive potential is high damage dealing.
Close to getting any meaningful kills. Changing his call, BBT. They'll make this series a push it 1-1.
That's 2-1 for us today. I mean, these are some close series, honestly. These are series I would be very curious to see who wins that game.